What if I told you, most people don't fail in business because they are not smart. They fail because they follow the wrong rules. They chase quick money. They copy others without thinking. They quit too early. But a few people, they follow different rules. Quiet rules. Powerful rules. Rules that turn small ideas into big success. And today, you are about to learn those rules. If you understand even half of them, your mindset will change, your decisions will change, and your future will not be the same. So, stay with me till the end, because rule number 12 might be the one that changes everything for you. Rule 1. Start before you feel ready. Most people spend their lives waiting. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect situation where everything feels safe and certain. They tell themselves, I'll start when I have more money, or I'll begin when I learn more, or even I'll take action when I feel confident. But the truth is simple and powerful. This perfect moment does not exist. It never comes. There will always be something missing, something uncertain, something that makes you feel not ready. And if you keep waiting for everything to be perfect, you will stay exactly where you are, watching others move ahead while your ideas remain only in your mind. Business is not about being fully prepared. It is about having the courage to begin, even when you feel unsure. Every successful person you see today started before they felt ready. They didn't have all the answers. They didn't have a perfect plan. What they had was the willingness to take the first step. And that first step is what changed everything. Because when you start, something powerful happens. You begin to learn. Not from books, not from watching others, but from real experience. You make mistakes, and those mistakes teach you faster than anything else ever could. You face challenges, and those challenges make you stronger and smarter. Action creates clarity. This is something many people don't understand. They think clarity comes first, and then action follows. But in reality, it works the opposite way. When you take action, even small action, you begin to see what works and what doesn't. You begin to understand your path. You begin to adjust, improve, and grow. Without action, your ideas stay unclear, your plans stay weak, and your confidence stays low. But with action, everything starts to change. If you keep waiting, someone else will take your place. Someone else will act on the idea you are thinking about right now. Someone else will build the thing you are dreaming about. And later, when you see their success, you will realize that you had the same opportunity, but you didn't take it. That regret is heavier than failure. Failure teaches you something. Regret only reminds you of what could have been. So don't try to start big. You don't need everything figured out. Start small. Start simple. Take one step today, even if it feels uncomfortable, even if it feels uncertain, because that one step leads to another, and then another. Progress builds slowly, but it only begins when you decide to move. Confidence does not come before action. It comes because of action. Right now is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when things feel perfect. Right now. Because the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start. But the moment you take that first step, you break the fear, you break the doubt, and you enter a new path, the path of growth, learning, and real progress. Rule 2. Solve problems. Don't chase money. Most beginners enter business with one main goal in mind: to make money. They think about profits, sales, and how quickly they can earn. Their focus is on the result, not the process. But smart business people think differently. They understand a deeper truth. Money is not the goal. It is the outcome. It is simply a reward you receive after you solve a real problem for someone. When you shift your mindset from chasing money to solving problems, everything in your business begins to change in a powerful way. The real game in business is not about selling products or services. It is about understanding people. It is about seeing their struggles, their frustrations, their needs, and then finding a way to make their lives easier or better. Every successful business you see today exists because it solves a problem. Big or small, simple or complex, it doesn't matter. What matters is that it provides value. When you focus on problems, you naturally start to think creatively. You begin to ask better questions. What do people struggle with every day? What wastes their time? What causes them stress? What do they wish could be easier? When you ask these questions, you start to see opportunities everywhere. Problems are not obstacles, they are chances to create something valuable. And the more painful or urgent the problem is, the more valuable your solution becomes. People don't pay for things they don't need. They pay for solutions that remove pain, save time, or improve their lives. So instead of thinking, how can I make money? Start thinking, how can I help someone today? That simple shift in thinking can completely transform your business journey. If you solve a real problem, people will notice. If you solve it well, they will trust you. And if they trust you, they will come back again and again. This is how strong businesses are built, not on one-time sales, but on long-term relationships. When customers feel that you truly understand them and genuinely want to help, they become loyal. They recommend you to others. They support your growth. And this creates something much more powerful than quick money. It creates sustainable success. Business is not about pushing products onto people. It is not about convincing someone to buy something they don't need. True business is about serving. It is about offering real value. When your intention is to help, your communication becomes more honest, your product becomes more useful, and your brand becomes more trusted. People can feel the difference between someone who just wants their money and someone who truly wants to solve their problem. The more value you give, the more money you receive. It is a simple but powerful rule. Value can come in many forms. It can be time saved, effort reduced, knowledge shared, or comfort provided. The more meaningful your solution is, the more people are willing to pay for it. And over time, as you continue to improve and deliver better solutions, your income naturally grows. So stop chasing money. Money runs away from those who chase it directly. Instead, chase understanding, chase improvement, chase solutions. When you become someone who solves real problems, money will not be something you need to chase. It will be something that comes to you as a result of the value you create. Rule 3. Learn to sell or stay small. You can create the best product in the world. It can be high quality, useful, and even life-changing. But if you don't know how to sell it, it will remain invisible. It will sit quietly, unnoticed, while less valuable products succeed simply because they are presented better. This is a hard truth in business. Quality alone is not enough. If people don't understand what you offer, if they don't see its value, they will not buy it. And if they don't buy it, your business cannot grow. Many people feel uncomfortable with the idea of selling. They think selling is about forcing someone, convincing someone, or even tricking someone. But real selling is not about cheating. It is about communication. It is about clearly showing someone how your product or service can improve their life. It is about connecting your solution to their problem in a simple and honest way. When done correctly, selling is not pressure. It is service. You are helping someone make a decision that benefits them. If you are afraid of selling, you are actually afraid of growth. Because every business depends on sales. Without sales, there is no income. Without income, there is no progress. Selling is the bridge between your idea and your success. It is how your work reaches people. It is how your value becomes visible in the real world. So avoiding selling means limiting your own potential. Learning to sell starts with learning to speak clearly. You must be able to explain what you do in a simple way. If people are confused, they will walk away. Clarity builds confidence, both for you and for your audience. You also need to learn how to understand people. What do they want? What are they afraid of? What are they trying to achieve? When you truly understand your audience, your message becomes stronger and more effective. You are no longer guessing, you are connecting. Another important part of selling is building trust. People buy from those they trust. Trust comes from honesty, consistency, and real value. If you overpromise and underdeliver, people will not come back. But if you are transparent and you genuinely care about helping, people will believe in you. And when trust is strong, selling becomes easier. You don't need to push, you simply need to guide. In business, nothing happens until something is sold. This is one of the most important truths you must accept. You can plan, prepare, and improve as much as you want, but until someone decides to pay for your product or service, your business is not moving forward. Sales create momentum. They create feedback. They show you what works and what needs to improve. So instead of avoiding selling, embrace it as a skill. Practice it. Improve it. Understand that selling is not about taking from people. It is about giving them something valuable in exchange for their money. When you master this skill, your business will no longer stay small. It will grow, expand, and reach more people, simply because you learned how to communicate your value with confidence and clarity. Rule 4. Focus beats talent. Many people believe that success in business depends on talent. They think you need to be naturally smart, creative, or gifted to achieve something big. And yes, talent can help, but it is not the most important factor. In reality, there are many talented people who never succeed, not because they lack ability, but because they lack focus. On the other hand, there are ordinary people with average skills who achieve extraordinary results simply because they stay focused on what truly matters. This is the difference that most people don't see. Today, distraction is everywhere. It is one of the biggest enemies of success in the modern world. Social media constantly pulls your attention. Notifications interrupt your thinking. Endless scrolling consumes your time without giving anything valuable in return. You may feel busy, but you are not productive. Your energy is scattered, your mind is divided, and your progress becomes slow. In this environment, focus has become a rare and powerful skill, and those who master it have a huge advantage. If you truly want to win in business, you must learn to focus deeply. This means giving your full attention to one task at a time. It means removing distractions and creating space for meaningful work. When you focus deeply, you think better, you work faster, and you produce higher quality results. You are not just doing work, you are doing important work that moves you forward. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to do too many things at once. They chase multiple ideas, start different projects, and switch directions frequently. But this approach leads to confusion and weak results. Instead, successful people focus on one idea and give it their full effort. They build one system at a time. They grow one skill step by step. This creates clarity, strength, and real progress. Success is not about doing everything. It is about doing the right things consistently. It is about identifying what truly matters and giving it your time and energy every single day. When you repeat the right actions again and again, small improvements turn into big results. Focus allows you to go deeper, not just wider. It helps you master your work instead of just touching the surface. Focus also builds discipline. It trains your mind to stay committed, even when distractions try to pull you away. It teaches you to say no to things that don't matter, so you can say yes to things that do. And over time, this discipline becomes a powerful habit that supports your growth in every area of business. In the end, talent may give you a starting advantage, but focus determines how far you go. Talent can open the door, but focus keeps you moving forward. When you learn to concentrate your energy on the right actions, your effort becomes more effective, your time becomes more valuable, and your results become stronger. Focus turns simple work into meaningful progress, and that is what leads to real success. Rule 5. Consistency is your superpower. Business is not something you win in one day. It is not a quick race where you start fast and finish early. It is a long journey, a process that takes time, effort, and patience. Many people enter business with excitement and energy. In the beginning, they feel motivated. They work hard, they make plans, and they believe they will succeed quickly. But as time passes, challenges appear. Results come slower than expected. Problems become real. And this is the moment where most people stop. They lose motivation. They lose patience. They begin to doubt themselves. And slowly, they give up. But winners are different. They don't depend on motivation to keep going. They understand that motivation comes and goes, but consistency stays. They show up every day, even when they don't feel like it. Even when they are tired. Even when results are not visible. Even when progress feels slow, they continue. This simple habit of showing up daily is what separates successful people from everyone else. It may not look powerful in the beginning, but over time, it creates unstoppable momentum. Small actions, repeated every day, create big success. This is a principle that many people underestimate. They think they need to do something big to succeed. They believe success comes from one huge effort. But in reality, success is built through small, consistent steps. A little progress every day becomes a lot of progress over time. When you improve even slightly each day, those improvements grow and multiply. What feels small today becomes powerful in the future. Consistency is more important than intensity. Intensity means working very hard for a short time, but then stopping. Consistency means working steadily over a long time without quitting. Many people start with intensity. They work hard for a few days or weeks, but then they stop when things become difficult. That kind of effort does not lead to lasting success. But when you stay consistent, even with small efforts, you build something strong and stable. You don't need to be perfect to succeed in business. You will make mistakes. You will have bad days. You will feel slow at times. And that is completely normal. What matters is not perfection, but persistence. What matters is that you keep going, no matter what. Every day you continue, you are building discipline. You are strengthening your mindset. You are moving one step closer to your goal. Consistency also builds trust, with yourself and with others. When you show up regularly, you prove that you are reliable. You prove that you are serious about your work. And over time, this reliability turns into confidence and growth. In the end, consistency is your real superpower. It does not depend on your mood. It does not require perfect conditions. It only requires one decision, to keep going. And if you can do that, day after day, no matter how small the step, you will achieve results that most people only dream about. Rule 6. Build systems, not just goals. Goals are important in business. They give you direction. They give you something to aim for. Saying I want to make money or I want to grow my business can be a good starting point. But goals alone are not enough. In fact, if you only focus on goals, you may start to feel pressure instead of progress. You keep thinking about the result, but you don't always know how to reach it. This is where most people get stuck. They have big dreams, but no clear process to turn those dreams into reality. That is why systems are everything. A goal tells you what you want, but a system shows you how to get it. A system is the daily process, the routine, the method you follow again and again to create results. For example, a goal says, I want to make money. But a system says, this is how I generate income every day, step by step. When you focus on building a strong system, you no longer depend on luck or motivation. You create a structure that works for you consistently. When you only think about goals, you may feel overwhelmed. You look at the big result and wonder how you will ever reach it. But when you focus on systems, your attention shifts to small, manageable actions. You stop worrying about the outcome and start working on the process. And when the process is strong, the results naturally follow. Systems turn big dreams into daily actions. To build effective systems, you must start asking better questions. Instead of asking, how can I succeed quickly? Ask, How can I make this process easier and more efficient? Instead of asking, how do I achieve this once? Ask, how can I repeat this success again and again? These questions help you think long-term. They push you to create methods that are simple, reliable, and scalable. Good systems save time because they remove confusion. You don't waste energy deciding what to do every day. You already know the steps. They reduce stress because you are not constantly chasing results. You are following a clear path. And most importantly, they increase results because they allow you to take consistent, focused action. In business, systems create freedom. When your work depends only on your effort, you feel trapped. But when you build systems, your business starts to run more smoothly. Tasks become easier, processes become faster, and over time, you gain more control over your time and energy. In the end, goals may start your journey, but systems sustain it. Goals give you vision, but systems give you results. So don't just dream about success. Build the process that makes success inevitable. Rule 7. Your network shapes your net worth. One of the most powerful truths in business is that you become like the people around you. Your mindset, your habits, and even your opportunities are influenced by those you spend time with. If you surround yourself with negative people, constantly complaining or doubting themselves, you begin to adopt their thinking. Your vision becomes smaller, your ambition weaker, and your progress slows down. On the other hand, if you choose to spend time with ambitious, growth-minded individuals, people who take action, think creatively, and push themselves, you will naturally start thinking bigger. Their energy, ideas, and determination influence you in ways you might not even notice at first. Your network is more than just friends or colleagues. It includes anyone who affects your thinking. Mentors, peers, business partners, and even people you follow online. Surround yourself with learners, those who read, study, and constantly seek to improve themselves. Spend time with builders, people who create, take action, and turn ideas into reality. Engage with individuals who are willing to take risks and embrace challenges. Their mindset will push you to step out of your comfort zone and reach higher levels of success. Even if you don't personally know these people, you can still learn from them. Read their books, listen to their content, watch their videos, and study their journey. Absorb their habits, strategies, and mindset. You don't need to sit in the same room with successful people to be influenced by them. The knowledge, experiences, and lessons they share can shape the way you think and act. The more you expose yourself to the right ideas and behaviors, the more your own approach to business and life improves. Your environment is one of the most powerful drivers of your growth. It affects your decisions, your confidence, and even your sense of what is possible. Being around people who doubt themselves or complain constantly will limit your vision. Being around people who are ambitious, knowledgeable, and solution-focused will expand your horizons. Growth does not happen in isolation. Your connections, your mentors, and the community you engage with all contribute to your personal and professional development. So choose your network wisely. Seek out people who inspire you, challenge you, and encourage you to be better. Protect yourself from negativity and surround yourself with those who raise your standards. The people you spend time with don't just influence your mood, they shape your skills, your mindset, and ultimately your net worth. When you consciously build a strong network, you set yourself up for exponential growth. Your connections become your catalysts, and the right environment transforms potential into real, measurable success. Rule 8. Learn from failure. Don't fear it. Many people fear failure. They see it as the opposite of success, a sign that they are not good enough, or proof that they should give up. But the truth is the exact opposite. Failure is not the enemy of success, it is a necessary part of it. Every successful person, every thriving business, every great achievement has been shaped by failure. Mistakes, setbacks, and challenges are not signs to stop. They are lessons that teach you what success alone cannot. Understanding this shift in perspective is one of the most important steps in building a strong business and a resilient mindset. Every journey in business will face obstacles. There will be times when a product fails, a strategy doesn't work, or a decision leads to loss. These moments can feel painful, discouraging, and even overwhelming. But if you look closely, failure has a hidden value. It shows you what doesn't work. It highlights weaknesses in your plan, gaps in your knowledge, and areas that need improvement. These lessons are invaluable. Success rarely teaches you in the same way failure does. When everything goes smoothly, it is easy to repeat the same mistakes unknowingly. But failure forces reflection, analysis, and change. It pushes you to think differently, adapt faster, and become stronger. If you fear failure, you stop taking risks. You avoid new opportunities, stay in your comfort zone, and limit your growth. Fear of failure is a silent killer of dreams. It convinces you that playing safe is better than trying, even when trying could lead to enormous progress. On the other hand, when you accept failure as part of the journey, you free yourself to experiment, learn, and improve. You develop resilience and confidence because you know that even if something goes wrong, it is not the end. It is only a step forward. The key is not to quit after one mistake. Adjust your approach, learn the lesson, and try again. Business is rarely a straight path. Success is built on repeated attempts, small corrections, and continuous improvement. Every failure brings you closer to understanding what works and what doesn't. It gives you insight that cannot be gained any other way. Failure also builds strength. It challenges your patience, sharpens your thinking, and strengthens your determination. The more you face it, the less it controls you. You stop being afraid of setbacks, and you begin to see them as opportunities to grow. Over time, your failures become a map, guiding you toward better strategies, smarter decisions, and greater achievements. Remember, failure is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Every mistake is a step closer to winning. The sooner you accept failure as part of the process, the faster you will grow, and the stronger your business and mindset will become. Rule 9. Cash flow is king. In business, profit is important, but cash flow is survival. Many beginners make the mistake of focusing only on profit, thinking that if their numbers show a positive balance, everything is fine. But profit is often an accounting concept, while cash flow is real life. You can run a business that looks profitable on paper, yet still fail if you don't manage your cash carefully. Without cash in hand, you cannot pay your employees, suppliers, or bills. Without cash, opportunities pass you by, and your business cannot grow. Cash flow is the lifeblood of every business, and understanding it is essential for long-term survival. Always know how much money is coming in and how much is going out. Track every transaction, monitor every expense, and keep your finances transparent. This awareness allows you to make smarter decisions. When you know your cash position at all times, you can plan ahead, avoid surprises, and respond quickly to unexpected challenges. Businesses fail not because they aren't making money, they fail because they run out of cash, often due to poor planning or lack of awareness. Controlling your expenses is just as important as increasing revenue. Many entrepreneurs focus entirely on making more money, but ignore where it is being spent. Unnecessary spending can silently drain your resources. Even small, repeated expenses can accumulate into a problem if left unchecked. Learn to differentiate between essential spending that drives growth and wasteful spending that only satisfies short-term desires. Cutting costs wisely does not mean being cheap, it means being strategic. Every dollar saved is a dollar that can be reinvested into your business or reserved for emergencies. Saving for difficult times is another crucial part of cash flow management. Business is unpredictable. Markets change, clients delay payments, or unexpected costs appear. Having a financial buffer ensures that your business can survive these challenges without panic. Think of it as insurance for your company. Businesses that plan for uncertainty are more resilient, more confident, and more capable of navigating difficult periods. Managing cash flow well also creates freedom. When you understand your finances and control your money, you are not constantly worried about running out. You can make strategic decisions, invest in growth, and seize opportunities when they appear. You are in control of your business rather than being controlled by circumstances. Remember, business is not just about earning, it is about managing wisely. Profit is a result, but cash flow is the system that keeps the result alive. Smart money management ensures that your business doesn't just survive, it thrives. By tracking income and expenses, controlling costs, saving for emergencies, and planning ahead, you make cash flow your king. And when cash flow is king, your business has the strength to grow, adapt, and succeed for the long term. Rule 10. Build trust, not just sales. In business, one sale can feel like a victory. It is a short-term result, proof that your product or service has value and that someone believes in what you are offering. But while sales are important, they are not enough. True business success comes from building trust, not just closing transactions. Trust is the foundation that allows relationships, loyalty, and growth to flourish. Without it, your sales may be temporary, your customers fleeting, and your reputation fragile. When people trust you, everything changes. They don't just buy once, they buy again. They recommend you to friends, colleagues, and networks. They remain loyal, even when competitors offer something new or tempting. Trust is not built overnight. It is earned through consistent actions, honesty, and integrity. One way to earn trust is through quality. Always deliver on what you promise. Make sure your products or services perform as expected, and ideally, exceed expectations. When customers experience real value, they begin to believe in you. They see that you are reliable, competent, and focused on providing solutions that truly matter. Over time, this builds a reputation that no marketing campaign can create. Another essential component of trust is honesty. Don't try to trick people into buying. Don't exaggerate what your product can do. Overpromising may give you short-term gains, but it destroys credibility. A customer who feels deceived will not only stop buying from you, they will actively warn others. Instead, be transparent. Clearly communicate what your product or service can and cannot do. People respect honesty, and respect is the seed of trust. Consistency is equally important. Trust grows when people see that you are reliable over time. If you deliver quality once but fail the next time, trust is broken. But if you consistently meet or exceed expectations, you create confidence in your brand. Your audience knows they can count on you, and that certainty leads to long-term loyalty. Consistency also applies to your communication. How you interact with customers, respond to questions, and handle problems all contribute to the perception of reliability and integrity. Giving real value should be your priority. Sales happen naturally when you genuinely help people solve their problems, improve their lives, or save them time and effort. Focus on service over profit, and sales will follow. People are naturally drawn to brands and individuals who put their needs first, because trust is rooted in care and authenticity. In the long run, trust is more powerful than any single sale or marketing tactic. Sales can come and go, but trust builds empires. It creates a network of loyal customers, advocates, and supporters who grow your business naturally. It allows you to charge premium prices, expand your reach, and withstand challenges because your reputation stands strong. In business, trust is your most valuable asset, more valuable than money, more valuable than strategy. Build it carefully, nurture it consistently, and your business will not just survive, it will thrive for years to come. Rule 11. Keep learning or fall behind. The world of business is moving faster than ever before. New technologies emerge every day. Markets shift overnight. Competitors appear from places you never expected. Trends change, customer behaviors evolve, and opportunities that exist today may disappear tomorrow. In such a fast-moving environment, the only way to stay ahead is to keep learning. If you stop learning, you stop growing. And if you stop growing, you fall behind. Stagnation is the silent killer of business, quietly replacing yesterday's leaders with tomorrow's innovators. Learning is not optional in business, it is a requirement. Every successful entrepreneur knows that the moment they stop learning, they become vulnerable. New tools, techniques, and strategies are constantly being developed, and if you fail to adapt, your skills and knowledge become outdated. Staying competitive requires curiosity, dedication, and a hunger for knowledge. You must actively seek ways to improve, expand, and evolve, because what worked last year or even last month may no longer work today. There are countless ways to keep learning. Read books that teach new strategies, ideas, or perspectives. Watch educational videos or listen to podcasts from experts in your field. Attend workshops, seminars, or online courses that push your skills further. Surround yourself with people who know more than you do, and learn from their experience. Learning is not just about absorbing information, it is about applying it. Knowledge without action has no value, but knowledge with application creates real results. Growth comes from expanding your skills, understanding new methods, and thinking differently about problems. Each new skill you acquire, each new perspective you gain, gives you an edge over competitors who are complacent. The more you learn, the more capable you become. The more capable you become, the more opportunities you can recognize, seize, and convert into results. In business, knowledge is not just power, it is profit. Your ability to adapt, innovate, and respond effectively is directly tied to your willingness to keep learning. Staying curious is a mindset. It means asking questions, exploring new ideas, and never assuming that you already know enough. Staying hungry means pushing yourself to improve, even when things seem to be going well. The moment you stop being curious or motivated to learn, you start falling behind. In a world where knowledge moves at lightning speed, the person who invests in learning today is the one who will lead tomorrow. Remember, the biggest advantage you can have in business is your knowledge. It is a tool no one can take away from you. It allows you to make smarter decisions, avoid costly mistakes, and identify opportunities before anyone else. Knowledge grows with consistent effort, and with each new lesson, you increase your ability to earn, to lead, and to succeed. Keep learning, stay curious, and never stop expanding your mind, because in business, those who stop learning are the ones left behind. Rule 12. Think long-term, act daily. Most people in business focus on the short term. They want quick results, fast money, and instant success. They look for shortcuts, hoping that one big idea, one lucky break, or one viral moment will change everything overnight. The problem is, real business does not work that way. Sustainable growth is not built in days or weeks, it is built over months and years. Thinking short-term creates pressure, frustration, and poor decisions. It makes you chase trends instead of building foundations. It leads to burnout because you are always rushing, always expecting results that are not yet ready. To achieve lasting success, you must shift your mindset from short-term wins to long-term thinking. Thinking long-term means understanding that business is a journey, not a sprint. You must plan for years, not days. You must focus on building systems, relationships, and skills that will serve you well in the future. Long-term thinking allows you to make decisions that prioritize sustainability over instant gratification. It encourages patience, persistence, and strategic action. It teaches you to value the process as much as the outcome. Every choice you make today should be a step toward a bigger goal, even if the results are not immediately visible. But long-term thinking alone is not enough. Thinking about the future without acting in the present is useless. Success comes from daily action. Small, consistent steps taken every day accumulate into massive results over time. Each email sent, each product improved, each conversation had, each skill learned, all of these small actions compound. They are the building blocks of long-term success. You cannot control exactly when the results will appear, but you can control the effort you put in today. Action without patience leads to frustration, and patience without action leads to stagnation. The real power comes from combining the two. Think of it like planting a tree. You plant the seed today. You water it every day, give it sunlight, and care for it consistently. At first, nothing seems to happen. Weeks pass, and you may question if it will ever grow. But with daily care and attention, the seed slowly becomes a sapling, then a strong tree. One day, it bears fruit. The results are not immediate, but the growth is real, sustainable, and lasting. This is exactly how business works. The seeds you plant today, your skills, relationships, and systems, will determine the fruit you harvest tomorrow. Patience and action together are a powerful combination. Long-term thinking gives you vision, focus, and clarity, while daily action creates momentum, learning, and progress. One without the other is incomplete. To succeed in business, you must embrace both. Plan for the future, but work hard every day. Take small steps consistently toward your bigger goals. Understand that real results take time, but every small effort you make today compounds into massive success over time. Plant today, act daily, and watch your long-term vision become a reality. Patience plus action equals success. Final message: build like a winner. Business is not easy. It will challenge you in ways you never imagined. It will test your patience, push your limits, and force you to face your fears. There will be days when nothing seems to work, when obstacles feel impossible, and when you question whether all the effort is worth it. But at the same time, business has the power to transform your life completely. It can teach you discipline, resilience, and strategic thinking. It can give you freedom, confidence, and the ability to create impact. If you are willing to commit, to learn, and to grow, business will reward you in ways that go far beyond money. If you follow these 12 rules, you will start to see things differently. You will think differently, act differently, and grow differently. You will develop habits that turn small efforts into massive results. You will learn that success is rarely about being the smartest person or having the perfect plan. It is about showing up consistently, learning from failure, and building systems that support long-term growth. And as you take these lessons seriously, your journey will become more purposeful, more focused, and more rewarding. Here on English Achieve, we believe that mindset is everything. The difference between someone who dreams and someone who achieves is not talent, it is discipline, focus, and belief. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. You don't need unlimited resources. You only need to start where you are, use what you have, and commit to building something that truly matters. Over time, your small, consistent actions will compound into extraordinary results. People will look at your success and assume it was luck. But you will know the truth. It was your mindset, your consistency, your willingness to follow the rules that truly matter. So take this moment. Decide today that you will not just work in business, you will build like a winner. Stay disciplined, stay focused, keep learning, keep growing, and above all, keep taking action. The journey may be hard, but the reward is life-changing. Your success will not be a coincidence, it will be the result of the mindset, the habits, and the rules you live by. Now go and build your business like a winner.